Okay, hey guys, good morning. Hector here, Corpus Christi. Excuse me if I start sneezing like crazy. There's a bunch of wind here in Corpus, and apparently I've got allergies and been sneezing like crazy for the last few minutes. But happy to be here. Another great, beautiful morning, kind of a bit of an overcast. But I got something interesting that I'd like to share with you guys today. This is something that I've struggled with. I still struggle with today. And that's the whole point of me coming live to you guys, is just kind of sharing with you my struggles and things that I still face, things that I've overcome, and hopefully that can maybe give you guys, better insight. Maybe that'll help you somehow, some way. But so something I'd like to talk about today is about setting priorities. And one of my coaches, and I'm sure maybe this is a famous quote, I'm not sure, but one of my coaches that I've hired to help me with my business and personal development is, if everything is a priority, then nothing is a priority, right? So we can't make everything a priority in our life, and that covers every aspect of our life, whether it's strength-wise, health-wise, family time, business. It covers all points of that, and not everything can be a priority, right? So if we look at it from a strength aspect, not every skill can be a priority, right? We can't be trying to build a 3 times body weight deadlift while we're trying to build, a max whatever it is, plus trying to do the beast tamer, plus trying to do a 32 kilo snatch test. We can't be training for all of these things all at the same time. Now, you can train a few of these things at the same time, right? Like if you're training for the TSC, yeah, you can train pull-up, deadlift, snatch, obviously, right? If you're training for the beast tamer, pistol, pull-up, press, right? But you can't be trying to train for the TSC and trying to train for the beast tamer and trying to achieve simple and sinister. Like, it's going to be very challenging to achieve all of these things. If you look at it from a BJJ aspect, you can't be trying to, you can't perfect each and every single technique. Like, there's going to be time when you're going to have to work on your guard game. And there's going to be time when you're going to have to work on your passing game, and then time you have to work on specific positions, and then time you have to work on submissions, and like all these different types of positioning. So it's going to be very challenging to build everything all at one time. Now, it will all eventually come together, but it's going to be very challenging to make all that stuff a priority. So one of the things that I struggle with, that I was trying to do too many things at one time. I was trying to run a bread business. I was trying to start my own training facility. I was studying studying all of the study that I needed to get done to know everything I needed to know about kettlebells, the human body, flexibility. And it was it started to become very overwhelming. And while at the same time training jiu-jitsu, making sure that I'm attending class, and I'm training, 4, maybe even 5 days a week. So, and this was probably like 2009. I want to say like 2009 that I was trying to do all this stuff, and it was taking a long time for me to finally accomplish some of these things. And so I had to sit down and take a step back and start to remove a few things from my plate. Because I knew I couldn't keep all this stuff up long term, right? So I very vividly remember sending a text message to my good friend and coach, Aurelio Gallegos, and I said, hey man, look, I'm gonna have to take a break from jiu-jitsu for like the next 4 or 5 months, because I've got a couple of projects going on, and I really want to get these done. So you're probably gonna see me on the mat for like maybe 1 day a week, maybe 2 days out of the week, just because there's no way I can fit all this stuff in my schedule. And so, jiu-jitsu is my passion. That's something that's always going to be a part of my life. It is my life. So I knew that that's always going to be there, but certain things I wanted to do professionally, it's like I needed to take advantage of these and capitalize on them right now, right? That way I could get out of running that bread business, right? The more I kept just training jiu-jitsu and not moving forward professionally, I knew I was going to continue to be stuck where I was at, right? So the more I just, like training jiu-jitsu and everything, it's all fun, right? We all love that stuff. And exercise, that's all great and that's all fun. But if we don't take action and really commit and say, like, this is what I really want, and then really commit to those goals, it's never going to happen. And you heard me say previously in one of my episodes that, like, I only slept for 3 hours for like 6 straight years, and I am not exaggerating, guys. You can ask my wife. I literally only slept like 3 hours a day for 6 straight years because I knew exactly what I wanted, and I was willing to do whatever it took to get it. And that included taking a step back from jiu-jitsu for several months, because one of them was, I think I was going through yoga training. I wanted to become a yoga teacher, and that way I can know everything I needed to know about flexibility and breathing and mindset. Like, I just dedicated everything to that, and that was like 6 months of training. So I had to take a step back, and all of the classes and the trainings were in the evening, which was the same time as jiu-jitsu. So I was like, look, man, the only time I didn't have to do yoga training was like on a Tuesday, and that's pretty much the only day I went to train jiu-jitsu. Open mats, historically here in Corpus, open mats always like at 11 on Saturdays, and my yoga training was from 9 to like 12 on Saturday. So those 6 months, that's when I messaged him and said, hey, look, man, I'm gonna have to take a step back from jiu-jitsu. Which was very hard for me to do because jiu-jitsu is so much fun and it's addicting and it's just a part of my life. It was very challenging for me to do that. But I knew that that's something that I was gonna have to do in order to move forward, right? So I encourage you guys, take a look. I actually just had this conversation. This is funny. I just had this conversation. I didn't get a chance to really eat much yesterday, and I had a men's meeting. I had to go to for church, and so I stopped by Subway to grab something really quick. And morning. And I stopped by Subway to grab something really quick. And I saw this young kid there, and he had a good attitude, and I was just like, hey, we got to small talking, and he was saying like, yeah, I'm going to school for civil engineering, and I was like, oh, what is that? And he kind of gave me some details, and I was like, what do you like? I said, what do you like doing? What do you like doing? He's like, well, what do you mean? I said, like, what do you enjoy doing? What is it that you enjoy doing that you wish you could get paid for, that currently right now doesn't bring in money for you, but you're like, man, if I could do this every day, this is what I would want to do as a profession. What would that be? So I asked him that, and he said, well, I really love drawing, and I'm an artist, like I like to draw. And so I said, look, man, I just want to leave you one word of encouragement. I encourage you to figure out how you can sell your skills and how you can sell your area of expertise, because people will pay for expertise. Flat up, it's a fact, right? People will pay for your knowledge. People will pay for expertise. I said, so if you become a civil engineer, more than likely you're going to work for somebody else, which they're going to control your fate and control your life and tell you when you need to come to work and when you can leave work and when you can take stuff off and when you can't take stuff off. So I said, look, I just highly encourage you. People will pay for like an online course for you to teach them how to draw. Many people, I don't know how to draw. I've never been really good at drawing. So, and I just kind of left him with that. And that's kind of something I encourage you guys is figure out, what do you like doing? I'd like to ask you right now, ask yourself this. What is it that I enjoy doing that currently does not bring in income, but I really enjoy doing it? Like, it's my passion. It's something that I love to do. What is that? We all have something that we're passionate about and something that we want to share with the world, and you always ask, man, if this actually brought me money, this is something I'd like to do for a living. What is that? Take some time and really think about that, because when you discover what that is, you're going to be passionate about it, and you're going to know how to talk about it. Nobody else will know how to have that same passion that you will have about it and talk about it, because that is what's going to make you an expert in that profession, and people pay for expertise. I promise you guys, people pay for expertise, and that's going to help you to create the life that you want. So I think I mentioned this in my previous episode also, is there's three things in life that we chase. It's three things in life that all of us chase. We all chase to have better health. We all chase to have better financial health. And then we're all chasing to have the time to enjoy all three, right? So this ties in with your passion. What are you passionate about? More than likely it's going to have something to do with health. More than likely it will. And then more than likely it's going to earn you that financial income. It's not going to just reappear. You got to work for it and you got to earn it, right? But then it's going to give you the time freedom to do what you want. So I just highly encourage you is to figure out what it is that you really want, like I mentioned before, kind of beating a dead horse here. And then set the priorities to get that done. Anything else that's occurring in your life right now that is not pushing you forward, you need to get rid of it, or you need to start taking some of the stuff off, because if you're trying to do everything and everything becomes a priority, then nothing will be a priority. So I've had to do that. I'm still doing that now. There's certain things, I had a coaching call with my coach on Monday, and I had to flat out tell her, like, hey, look, I'm trying to do this. This is stuff that I'm doing right now in Corpus, and this is stuff that I'm really passionate about. And this one project, I'm gonna have to put it on the back burner just because there's too many things and I'm not getting anything done. I'm only able to, if you're doing like 10 things, you can only put 10% of your energy in each one of those things. Versus if you had 3 things, you can put, over 30% of your energy into each one of those things, and that's going to push those things forward. Then you can come back and add those other things. There's an analogy about golf clubs in a jar, or rocks in a jar. It's called 3 rocks, which I'll talk about another day. Most of y'all probably know about it. If not, I'll talk about it another day. But that's pretty much it, guys. If everything's a priority, nothing's a priority. You may have to take some things off your plate, and that's okay, because guess what? You'll be able to put them right back on once you finally achieve what it is that you really, really want. Okay, and then just to finish up, I'm thinking of changing up my morning episodes, which is why you haven't heard from me much every single day. It's just a few things that I'm really working on, a couple of book ideas that I'm working on for my first book. And so again, just many things on my plate, which is kind of the episodes kind of got pushed to the side for a few days so that I can catch up on some of this stuff, because if I don't have the content, I can't talk about it to you, right? So I'm thinking of breaking up my episodes and focusing on something very specific each and every day. Let me know your thoughts. These are ideas I had rolling around in my head, and I'm going to focus on one each day of the week. So it'll be Monday through Friday. I'm going to continue the Getting Strong with Heck episodes, and those are going to be just like a general, like kind of covering everything, like just like a general thing, things that I challenged with, things that I've overcome, and it may be boring to you, but this is just stuff I'm sharing. Then this is something that's very near and dear to my heart, and this is what I'm really passionate about, is strength training for BJJ. Okay, strength training for BJJ, because I see a lot of BJJ guys out there that are just, the strength training that they're doing is, I want to help them, and I know I can help them. So that episode is going to be called the BJJ Strength Secrets. Okay, so I'm going to share my experiences and my expertise on strength, which is my profession, and BJJ, which is also my profession. Well, not my profession. This is my passion, and I know what it takes to get strong for jiu-jitsu. Okay, because this is what I do. So, and I'm a BJJ black belt, so I know I'm highly my expertise in those 2 fields are really high, and I'm not being I guess arrogant in that. It's the fact. Okay. Another one is focusing on, another thing I'm passionate about is the barbell deadlift, specifically the sumo deadlift. Okay, and I know that I have a very unique way of training and programming that for people that are in the strength and conditioning, power lifters, people that train for the TSC, etc. So that episode is going to be called the Deadlift Secrets, or actually just Deadlift Secrets. Okay, so on that day, I'm just gonna be talking about sumo deadlifting and how to program it and assistance exercises and, you know, etc. So that'll be a little bit more geeky of a topic. And then my fourth episode of the week is going to be called Kettlebell Secrets. Kettlebell Expert Secrets. Okay, so that's me coming to you from as a kettlebell expert, talking about kettlebell training, you know, different kettlebell lifts, etc. And then the fifth episode I don't have yet. Okay, the fifth episode I don't have yet. So I'd like to ask for your help. Maybe give me a topic that you'd like me to talk about. I'm going to be covering Getting Strong with Heck, which is already it's going to be a general, you know, topic on everything that I do, everything that I go through. And then BJJ Strength Secrets is going to be me talking about strength training for BJJ. And then Deadlift Secrets is going to be talking about deadlifting, specifically sumo deadlifting. And then I'm also going to be talking about Kettlebell Expert Secrets, talking about, you know, as a kettlebell expert, talking to you about the secrets and how to get really strong with kettlebells, etc. And then the fifth one I don't quite have put together. I don't have that yet. So that's something I need just to kind of taper off. So that's what I'm going to be kind of focusing on. I'm all about systems and having things scheduled and etc. So I would really like to, and plus this will help me to know exactly what I should, you know, what I can be talking about each and every day. Plus, you know, this will give you guys time. You'll know what episode. Today's Wednesday, so it's, you know, Deadlift Secrets. So you know, okay, this is what I'm going to be talking about. And you may even go like, oh, he's going to be talking about deadlifting. I'm not even going to tune in for that. So you know, I'm going to tune in only on Tuesdays. He's going to talk about strength training for BJJ. So it'll give you as the listener kind of maybe something to look forward to, and it's something to avoid if you have no interest in what it is that I'm going to be talking about. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you got some value out of that. Remember, guys, pick 3 things that are really important. If everything's a priority, nothing's a priority. And let me know your ideas about that 5th topic. Put your comments below. Have a great day. Bye.